Oh, da, 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 da. Da, 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 I don't know why I can't get my. There we go.
All
Hold
right.
on a second.
I hear your lovely singing, so we must be on somehow, right?
What's up? Yeah, I can hear you. We're on. We are on.
Okay.
I got volume. I've got everything but a clue as to what to do today, Joe, my dear brother. So I guess it's business as usual. The new norm is the old norm, Joel. Norm. Normal. Oh,
you're on a roll already, Keith.
I'll see your rim shot, and I'll raise you.
I have to refresh my page here. It's not coming on.
Yeah. Bird Bricks is on. What's going on, Bird Bricks? Linda, how you feeling, sis?
Is yours freezing up over there?
No. Nope. No. Either here or on my phone.
Okay.
We don't have everybody. Everybody's on my phone, but not everybody's on this live comments thing. All right. Wish I was going to the beach. Jim, good to see you. Barbara, good to see you. Who else have we got here?
Huh.
Going to the beach, man. Joel, you just came back from the beach, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great down there.
Yeah.
There's like hardly anybody on the beach when you're hanging out there. Of course, that was during the week. I don't know what it's like during the weekend time, but okay.
Let's talk about that in a second. Hey, Joel, guess what time it is?
What time is it there, Brother Keith?
I think it's time for Smack and Jack. I got my coffee. Do you have your coffee?
Well, I got my cup of water because it's beyond coffee time for me.
Oh, are you mean time-wise or temperature-wise?
Time-wise. I've already had my coffee, so I resorted over to water for this show.
So I guess you got up at your normal 3 o'clock in the morning.
I was up at 6:30. 6:30.
Okay. All right. Well, that was my third trip to the men's room at 6:30. So anyway, hey, let's do a show, Joel.
All right, here we go.
Grab your coffee. We'll be right back.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Lenderman.
All right.
Did I do that too soon?
I think your favorite part doesn't come until the outro.
No, at the very end.
That's actually at the end of the show, or end of the song, as I put it together. So, all right, Keith.
Hey, looks like we got somebody new on at MGS WWE. How are you, man? Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good way to waste the morning. Cup of coffee and hanging out before you get out to do your day. Joel, what have we got going on today? We were talking about your trip to
the beach.
To the beach. Yeah, when did you do that?
Well, we went back down last Sunday, and I was there until Wednesday. The girls were there until Thursday, and it was nice. There was relatively few people down there at the shore during the week. Of course, it's early in June. School's still in, so it's typically a little bit light, but at this point, it was even lighter than normal, I think. So we had almost the beach to ourselves. There are a few other people on there, but it was nice. Yeah. So good weather, too.
Yeah.
Good weather.
You also had some problem on your street, I think, didn't you?
We had. You know what? I'll talk about that because we're going to talk about my generator. But we still have a tree branch across the road up yonder, so we still can't get out using the normal exit. We have to go through the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
So there's an emergency exit through our cul-de-sac, which is fine, but it's grass covered, which means it's a little bit muddy.
Yeah.
So Stephanie's car can go up and down it pretty well. I haven't taken my car up and down because I'm afraid I can't get
the new SUV.
Yeah, okay. I'm afraid I won't be able to get back up if I go down. So
All
right. So Keith, today we're going to talk about number one. Thanks for joining us. Let us know where you're coming in from and where where did you see our post? Are you coming in from my page? Or are you coming in from a group that I shared it to? Just again, curious about that.
Right.
And we're going to talk about why I cannot understand cellular data on my phone.
You can't what?
I don't understand cellular data
Okay.
on my phone. We're going to talk about generator for the power outages that some of us have gone through. And we'll talk a little bit about what's opening up in Delaware and Chester counties, because we are in the yellow phase. Is that true, Keith?
Yes, we are. And guess what's open? Guess what opened yesterday at 12:30?
I'm going to say Somerset Studios.
Somerset Studios. Yep. Nobody knew it, but I actually got a call yesterday, and I got a call right before the show started. So
okay,
maybe people are noticing. So yeah, we are back in the black. What's black is making money. Red's not in the right.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I always have to think about that one myself. Which is a good one.
I'm not in the black yet, but we'll see what happens in the coming. So yeah, we are moving forward. Hopefully nothing backfires on this. So a lot of people aren't running around without masks and all that kind of stuff still. So
right. Okay, so let's talk about cellular data. And the reason why I brought this up, Keith, is because occasionally I go into my phone, because my phone seems, the charge seems to go down pretty quickly. So I thought, how can I save the battery so that it lasts a little bit longer? So I think at some point, a couple of weeks ago, I actually turned off my cellular data for whatever reason, thinking that if I have Wi-Fi, then I still have access to everything, which I kind of do. However, I discovered on the beach last week. Let's go into my screen share here. I discovered on the beach last week when I couldn't load something, or I couldn't get untapped.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Right. I was like, why can't I get this? I have I'm showing the little bars, the LTE and all that stuff. Why can't I get this? So I explored a little bit on my phone while on the beach, and I discovered that I had turned off the cellular data.
I didn't know you could turn off the data thing.
Yeah, if you go into your settings, you can turn it off. Okay. So as soon as I turned it back on, speaking of data, I still don't have our show up on my other computer here. I don't know what's going on.
I've got it on my cell phone, and so people are watching.
Yeah.
Usually I don't know what the problem.
Oh, the comments are coming up. The show's coming up. Very odd. So anyway, I turned on the data, and lo and behold, boom, all these messages, both phone messages and text messages, come up. So do you see this message in front of you here, Keith?
Well, it's all kind of blocked out. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
That was some messages that you and I and Linda had gone through. Actually, I never got this message until Sunday at 4:21. See the time there? 4:21. All these messages came through at the exact same time. And you can see up there in the green, I had some delivery issues. Some messages that I sent out to you guys never went out. And also at that time, I got a bunch of phone messages pop up on my screen. One was from the insurance adjuster. One was from Manor Care. Remember I told you Manor Care didn't get back to me? Right. Well, they did get back to me. I just never saw the message. Oh. And then our deacon from church had called me and requested something. And I did not see any of those messages until I turned the cellular data back on. So I thought, what's going on here? So I look up, and a bunch of responses are basically the same. So I got this from Quora.com. Calls and text messages do not use cellular data on your iPhone. You can turn off the cellular data on your phone to cut off internet access, and you can still send and receive text messages without looking for extra data packages. So that's I'm assuming that's telling me right there that I can send and receive text messages and get my phone messages without any problems. But I will plead the contrary.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Because I had I had issues. So I'm not quite sure. So I don't understand the cellular data, the Wi-Fi, the GPS, how all those things work together, because clearly I was not getting those messages. Especially the one, there's two of them where the phone messages where I saw that people called, and I went back and I didn't see any message. So I thought, well, maybe it wasn't that important. They didn't leave me a message. Well, they did leave me a message. I just got it all on Sunday instead of, a week and a half ago when they actually called. So if anybody can enlighten me about cellular data, let me know.
Well, I do know that nowadays they don't charge you for tech. They used to charge, you get up like 100 texts a month or something like that. And over that, you had to pay for it, and how many minutes of calling or whatever. Now that's all unlimited.
Yeah,
but I always thought that still went through your data.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Sometimes, speaking of untapped, it seems to be the only. The other day when power went out, I was down at the wine store, and we had. And I think what happened the other day was the cell towers must have gone out too, because I had no bars on my data. That has the 4G stuff, and 4G didn't even pop up, and then the grid, it was down to like 1 or 2, and then it would disappear altogether. So the cell towers are run. Our signal goes to a cell tower, then it goes through their phone lines, like a regular phone, and then they have power to them, just to run the transformers and all that kind of stuff.
So you're talking about like on Wednesday?
So I'm thinking Wednesday, what happened with me anyway, because I couldn't get any, you couldn't get Wi-Fi because the power was out, and then you couldn't get data, because but a lot of times when I turn on, if I'm out of range for Wi-Fi and I turn on the untapped, it'll seem to spin and spin and spin and spin. And if I turn off my Wi-Fi,
turn off your Wi-Fi,
because when you don't have Wi-Fi and you have your Wi-Fi thing on, it's searching for a signal,
constantly searching.
Right. So I think that's using up not only your electric power, but it's using up your power of the phone or something like that. And it seems like as soon as I turn that off, I can get everything comes up on my data, or whatever you call it, 4G.
Yeah.
So, but I've never heard. I didn't know that you could turn the 4G off at all. But that must also turn off your.
I'm honestly not sure what it turns off when I turned it off. But
you turn off the phone basically.
I guess. I mean, it's weird because I was still getting some text messaging, and I was still getting some phone calls. But when I hit that turn the data back on, all of a sudden I got a bunch of text and phone messages that I had not received. So I just don't understand it,
Here's something else, Joel. Who is your carrier?
We have Verizon.
Okay, all right. Well, I've got okay, so if you didn't get mine, that quashes that. I don't know.
So if anybody out there has some suggestions as to
Linda doesn't have an option. I haven't looked. I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, later. You have to go pretty deep into the settings. You have to go pretty deep into the settings to find it. Which of course I did. I'm glad I found to turn it back on. I'll just leave it on for now because I'm pretty sure it didn't have anything to do with my battery power. I have to delete some apps that'll take care of that. So, okay. So now that we got that great debate settled, Keith.
Hey, Myron, Jackie.
Yeah, who do we have on today, Keith?
Well, we got Myron, Jackie, we got Jim, we got Birdbricks, and I believe MGS is Birdbricks' brother. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, great.
Barbara, who else do we have? Myron, I think I caught everybody. We got a nice crowd in here today.
Yeah. Hey,
what else?
Smack and Jack's on too.
What's that?
Smack and Jack's on too.
Smack and Jack is watching. Wow, it's nice that we watch our own show, isn't it, Joel?
Yeah, and I have to say, as far as the comments go, Keith, I don't know how it looks over there on yours. And Jackie just showed up. Hey, Jackie. I'm not sure how it looks on your end over there, but there are times where I forget to hit see more comments on the right-hand column. And especially last week, we had a lot of comments, and I was frustrated that I couldn't see them all. But I think there was something you can click on to see more comments there. So
I don't see that. Mine says private chat, and then it says live comments, and it doesn't say anything else.
Yeah, well, when you see the live comments, go to the bottom of where all the comments are.
And there's nothing. It's just the last one I got now is Sophie's. Hey, Sophie, what's happening?
What
ma'am. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing underneath it. So, anywho, all right, let's move on. Yes.
Raise your hand or give us a yes or no if you lost power back on Wednesday. Yeah, I have to say I was a little bit surprised by that storm that we had. I was down at church doing work, and the storm came up, and the power went out. Fortunately, down at church, there's a generator that kicks right in because there's also some preschool teachers that are doing some cleaning up, getting ready for the summer and so forth. But it was pretty wicked storm, and of course, I got home, and the electricity here was off as well. So it was time to bring out the generator.
Oh.
Keith, have you ever used a generator?
I have not. I actually need to hook a generator up to myself. That's I want to give it. No, I have not used one.
All right. Well, let me share with you what my generator looks like. Let's move on here. All right. So this is a generator that I have. Can you see that, Keith?
Yeah, very nice.
Okay. So that's a stock picture. It's a 4,000, what's that? 4,000 watt generator, I think. And it does pretty good. This is where I had to keep it for when it was raining. You're not supposed to let these sit out in the rain.
Right, yeah.
So because it was storming again, I had to bring this onto the porch. And when I had it running, I actually left that screen door open because that's where the exhaust is. I didn't want to scorch my screen.
Yeah.
And this is how I run it into the house. You can see over there on the left. This is water piping insulation.
Right.
Okay. And I put a little notch right there. And then the cord comes into the window this way. I just lay that right over the top. And then down here, I can close the window and kind of seal it up pretty well right there. I don't know if you can see all that.
Right.
So that's how I do it. Now, I know there's 100 different ways to hook up a generator, including backfeeding it through your, like your panel. Yeah. Right. So I decided not to go that route because I know there's some safety issues.
Yeah.
With backfeeding it. Number one is if you forget to turn off the main power, the electricity that you're putting into the or into your house goes back out to the telephone or to the poles.
And you're giving free electricity back to Pico.
Well, yeah, and the person who's working on it gets a surprise.
Oh, right.
You know. Yes. Secondly, I don't think it's good if if you forget to turn off the main power and the electricity comes back on. Now you've got your generator going this way and the main electricity coming this way into that power. Probably not good. So was wondering, did anybody else have to hook up a generator? Do you guys have a generator? Now let me tell you the story of this generator, Keith. You ready for this one?
Oh, I'm yeah.
Do you remember Hurricane Sandy?
Yeah.
Okay, that was in 2012, October 29th, 2012.
Okay.
Right? I can't believe it was 2012. That's a long time ago, right? So just after that, I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a generator because we were out of electricity for a couple of days then too, right? I said, I'm going to get a generator. So I bought a generator, and a couple of weeks later in November, I picked it up. Do you know that I did not put oil into that generator or gasoline until the year 2019?
Wow.
It sat in my garage, brand new.
Wow.
No oil, no gasoline for 7 years.
Wow.
I was looking at that this morning. I was like, I can't believe. I mean, talk about procrastination, right?
Yeah, well, that's...
In those 7 years, we went without electricity a couple times. And one of them was that major nor'easter we had 2 years ago where we went like an entire week without electricity. Now, you're probably wondering.
It's so much trouble hooking up the...
Exactly. Well, here was the deal. I pulled the generator out at least 2 times when we had no power. And I thought, well, what do I do with it, right? How do I hook it up? Where am I going to put it? Because I hadn't planned ahead for all that.
Right.
So So eventually, back in January of 2019, I got it running. I figured out how to work it, and I figured out how I was going to hook it up to the, electric, feed the line through and all that. So I got it ready to go so that the other day I could just pull it out and hook it up. It was just like one of those things. I procrastinated. I guess part of it was because I had no idea what a generator was. I mean, I knew what it was, but I never worked with one. But I tell you what, it's as easy as putting oil in, making sure you have oil, gasoline in, pull it, and it starts. And all of a sudden you have electricity.
Wow, pretty cool.
But planning ahead is really key.
Yeah,
plan ahead on a nice day so that when the day comes, you don't have electricity. You can.
Now, what did you power with that? Just your refrigerator?
Refrigerator. I hooked up a couple lights.
Okay.
Did some charging. Nothing really major. Now, if you saw in that picture, it does have a 220 outlet on it. So I could hook that directly into the panel box if there was a switch on there.
Okay.
And I could do a little bit more, but since it's only a 4,000 watt, the electrician said you're not going to get hot water. You're not going to run your furnace.
Okay.
So it's still on the small side.
Okay.
But I'm going to maybe think a little bit more about just running some more wires around so that they're already there.
Right.
Like the one thing, if I could take the refrigerator plug and put it into the basement, that way I don't have to pull the entire refrigerator out, reach behind, because that's kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
But if I had the plug in the basement, then I just go downstairs and plug it. It's not too big of a deal. So I'll think about that.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Barbara, yours was out for like 8 minutes. It looks like.
Yeah, that's what.
Jim, yours is out until 4:15 a.m. Well, funny story about that, because that's when mine came back on. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning that night, and I thought, I better go back out and turn on the generator, because I turned it off before going to bed. I don't like to have it running while I'm sleeping. Yeah. So I ran out at 3. I turned it on, and I couldn't get back to sleep, of course. So at about 4:25, Jim, is when ours came back on. So I ran back out at 4:30 in the morning, turned it off, and then I got a little bit of sleep. Yeah, pretty good idea, right? Thanks, Rich.
So you're not the only one, Joel.
That is too funny. Hey, Rich, make it a point on a nice day, get that thing out, get it running, figure out how it works. And you know what? I use it around the yard now.
In it too.
What's that?
Stabilizer, gas stabilizer.
Yeah. And I try to use it around the yard just to use it, because they say you don't want to sit for more than a month without running it. So I'll take it out into the yard, do some trimming, or just put it on in the garage or the driveway for a little bit. So yeah, that's funny. That is too funny. All right, moving on.
Okay.
So hold on, Myron got yours back on Thursday at 5. So you went like.
And he did. I believe Myron had a generator that he was using for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Even after ours came back on, we heard generators in the neighborhood. So a lot of people went for at least an entire day without electricity. So again, that was kind of a surprise for me. If it was a nor'easter coming up, I would have been ready. But that particular storm was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
All right, Keith.
It really was.
Let's move on. What's next there?
I'll tell you. Let's see what's generator. What's opening up? What is open? Well, we took care of the most important thing. Somerset Studios is open, running, and I think by next week I might actually have some. Here's a funny. I have it. My main companies have their own delivery service, which aren't back online yet because of the COVID thing. So last couple of weeks they've been shipping out stuff via FedEx and UPS. So the other day I called up to place an order, and the back. I guess these companies only pick up so much from any one company a day, and it was a 6-day wait just to get the stuff shipped out. So
wow.
The stuff I was waiting for, I'll just wait till they send out their own trucks next week, because it wouldn't have gone out until next Wednesday, I think, or something like that. So, and I did order a couple of things probably 2.5 weeks ago that I just got yesterday. So. It's going to be slow, and I hear a lot of these restaurants. I don't know how they can, work on 20% of their efficiency. So we're gonna have to wait and see.
People, a lot of backlog everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, let's see, last night, as we're going to get into in just a minute, let's see, it was the 5th, right? And that's when the restaurants were able to open up for outdoor seating and so forth.
Right.
Of course, the weather was just not good.
Right.
You know, from, basically about 2 o'clock on, it was raining on and off. Now, it didn't really storm too bad, but it was still kind of crappy weather to have outdoor seating at a restaurant. Okay, so let's get into a few slides here, Keith, of what is opening at this point and what you can still do and what is still actually closed at this point. Okay, so let's go back to our slides here. You see yourself there, Keith?
Oh, yeah. Back when it was chilly.
Okay, so we're in the yellow phase, and we're still at now confirmed 74,000 cases and a total of 5,817 deaths because of the virus in the last 3 months. The number of infections is thought to be far higher than the confirmed count because many people have not been tested, and studies suggest people can be infected without being sick or feeling sick. 69% of people who tested positive have recovered at this point. Okay, so these 10 counties are lifted from the stay-at-home order as of yesterday. Berks, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, Lackawanna, and so on and so on. Friday, Pittsburgh area are moving into the green phase. So let us know wherever you're coming in from. Are you in the yellow or have you moved to green at this point? Or are you still in the red? In the yellow phase, restaurants may offer outdoor dining and most retail stores can open, although curbside and delivery are preferred. Restaurants are open outdoor seating only. Customers will be able to use restrooms inside as long as they stay 6 feet apart as they're lining up for that.
I could do that anyway. It's just a thing. No need to do that. Never mind.
That's just.
You need to get too friendly in the bathroom.
Exactly. Okay, so you need to make sure people are 6 feet between parties as they're dining, not 6 feet from tables. If you have a person sitting in a chair, the next party has to be 6 feet from them. So that does make things a little bit tricky as far as setting up even those outdoor areas, self-serve buffets are not allowed. Of course, that includes condiments. You're encouraged to use the sealed condiments that are disposable. You could actually probably bring your own, right? Bring your bottle of ketchup.
Yeah, why not? I have brought my own maple syrup to breakfast before, and Myron can back me up on this. He and I have a thing about bad maple syrup, so I started bringing my maple syrup to pancakes. And,
you know what, Log Cabin or Aunt Jemima?
No. It's got to, since we took our trip up north, Joel, many years ago, I can't eat anything other than real maple syrup. So
good for you. I actually have some Vermont maple syrup in the refrigerator at this point.
Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, why not?
Cool. Reusable menus cannot be used. Paper menus that can be disposed of or iPads that can be sanitized are permissible. So that's interesting. You can, as a restaurant, you can hand out iPads that can be sanitized.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or customers, of course, can access menus on their own phones or devices. Let's see. Childcare can open with guidance. Congregate care and prison restrictions are in place. Schools may provide in-person instruction only in accordance with Department of Education guidance. Now, we'll talk about that later, but the amount of distancing required in the school and all this childcare stuff is pretty overwhelming.
Yeah. Now you drop your toddler off that likes to run around. How do you keep him 6 feet from the other toddler that really likes him and they like to tackle each other every time they see each other?
Well, not only that is I think that everybody's temperature is taken or will be taken as they come in the door. Yeah. You have your gloves and your masks on. So anyway, stay-at-home order lifted for aggressive mitigation. Let's see, gatherings of 25 or more is still prohibited. Pickup, curbside, and delivery is still preferable. Indoor recreation, health and wellness facilities, and personal care services such as gym, spas, hair salons, nail salons, and other entities, and all entertainment remain closed. So still can't get my hair cut.
No, they are green only. Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm going to come over and use your weed whacker at some point. I think you can just leave it out by the mailbox and I'll use it and just put it back there.
Well, I will say that yesterday I went out back again, and I just held my head upside down with my beard trimmer and just kind of tried to thin things out a little bit.
Okay.
It's getting pretty bushy. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
it's so bushy right now that wearing my hat is uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, mine bushes right here. I kind of look like one of those guys from the Three Stooges.
Right.
A little bit of all
curly.
of them, so.
Is it curly or
Yeah,
no?
no, wasn't curly. No, that was a bald guy. What was the guy with the?
Yeah, I don't know. Who was that? Is that Mo?
No, Mo was the guy that kind of looked like Hitler, I think. Anyway, let's get on. We got to get going, Joel. Again, yeah. I think I have a customer coming there right at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And I don't know him, so I can't put him on the show like last week.
That was yes. Great. A cameo.
Yeah, that was
all right. So, folks, if you're getting any bit of value out of today's show, just even a drop of like, wow, I never thought about that. Hit the love the love button or smack the like button. And thanks for all the shares. I see a lot of shares going out even before the show starts. So we definitely appreciate that. Keith, well, how about we do our picture after the show? Because we can actually do that after the show. Right?
All right.
Folks, we got some trivia coming up. You want to do the trivia, Keith? You have that?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Yep.
Okay, let me get my screen share back up and we'll do our trivia. And all right, Mary Mallon, go ahead, Keith.
Okay, Mary Mallon was famously and as what? Asymptomatic carrier of what disease? Mary Mallon. I don't know. That's number one. Whistler. What? Oh, that was me. Whistler Blackham is a popular ski resort located in which country?
Keith, mute your Facebook. I hear like something come through.
Maybe it's my volume coming back. All right, let's try this again. Released in 1988, Kokomo is a song by which American rock band? All right. What former NBA player appeared in a Bruce Lee movie? An NBA player, Bruce Lee. Lead is a chemical element with what symbol on the periodic? One more time here. Lead is a chemical element with what symbol on the periodic table? That doesn't make sense either. Okay. Another one. What Danish author is considered by many to be the most prolific fairy tale writer?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So let me just go back over these. So number one, Mary Mallon was famously an asymptomatic carrier of what disease? Number two, Whistler Blackcomb is a popular ski resort located in which country? Number three, released in 1988, Kokomo is a song by which American rock band? Number four, what former NBA player appeared in a Bruce Lee movie? Number five, lead is a chemical element with what symbol on the periodic table? And number six, what Danish author is considered by many to be the most prolific fairy tale writer? Okay. So, Brother Keith, let's move on to some jokes this day.
We got some. We got people chiming in already. Pretty good. Everybody is very good. Everybody's more awake than I am today. Let's do our jokes, Joel.
Okay. So, joke number one. These actually, Keith, have to do with farming and farmers. Okay.
Okay, good. Which, we living in a suburb very close to the city. We are, we know about these things. Where's our cousin Debbie today? She's not. She's out farming this morning.
Yeah. All right. Why did the tailor go to the farm?
Why?
So he could sow some oats.
Oh, of course.
What do farmers plant in their sofas?
What?
Couch potatoes.
Oh.
All right, last one. I like that one. Last one.
Good.
When are farmers mean?
When?
When they pull the ears off corn.
Very good. Very good.
Never letting us down. The joke of
never. I tell you, that book's something else. I'm glad you found it.
Worth its weight in gold, as we say. This day in history, Keith. What do you got?
Well, the only thing I got today is there was something about today. This day, the first day that frozen foods were commercially available. 1930, I think it was. 1930. Yeah, 1930. And this day, 1944, was D-Day.
Yep.
Allied forces stormed the beach, right? Isn't that stormed the beaches of Normandy? D-Day.
Yep. 1944.
Turning point of the war.
Yeah. What a. I read a book about that last year and just
66 years ago. Is that what that is? 66 or 76?
I didn't do the math on before the show, Keith.
Might be 76 years.
Somebody chime in. How many years ago?
Anyway, yes. All right, let's go back to. We got some.
All right, let's get back to our screen share here.
Yeah, and hold on a second. We got. Let's see what we got. Let's bring our questions things up.
I see a good number of responses here.
Yeah, we did very good. Okay, Mary Mallon was famously asymptomatic carrier of what disease? And we have Brad writes the plague. Bubonic. I guess he's thinking about what's our answer there, Joel?
Answer there is typhoid fever.
Typhoid Mary. Was that Typhoid Mary?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding. All right.
Cool. All right. Whistler Blackcomb is a popular ski resort located in which country? What do we have for that?
Richard says Canada. Sophie says Canada.
Okay.
Who else we have? Yeah, I think. Okay.
Answer is Canada.
76 years. Okay. All right. Very good.
All right. Released in 1988, Kokomo is a song by which American rock band?
Sophia got it.
All right.
Yep, I think just Sophia. The Beach
Boys.
Right. And I must say, my least favorite Beach Boys song ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not
former NBA player appeared in a Bruce Lee movie.
I saw somebody.
Wilt Chamberlain, maybe, is Brad saying.
Yeah, Brad said Wilt. Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in The Game of Death.
Oh, no kidding.
Interesting. We'll have to look that one up.
He was also in Airplane. Everybody remember Airplane? I'm pretty sure Kareem was on the Airplane. Yeah.
He's a famous movie actor.
Yeah.
Lead is a chemical element with what symbol on the periodic table? And I think
once again, Barbara pulls through with this one. What did she say?
Okay, PB.
Yes.
B. Answer is PB. Fantastic. Great job. All right, and our last one here. The Danish author is considered by many to be the most prolific fairy tale writer, and I think Hans Christian Andersen.
Sophie and Barbara. Yep.
Sophia got that one. Let's see what it is. Yeah.
Very good, guys. All right.
Well done, folks. Well done. You know what, Keith? Our audience, it proves to be far superior to us.
To us, yes. Yeah, begs the question.
And again, proving it today.
Begs the question, why aren't we watching their show? But I'm glad you're letting us do the show and you guys chime in. It's great having you all. Well, what do we got, Joel?
I think that brings us to the end of our show today.
This is the quickest 45 minutes. I got to tell you, we're going to have to start making it an hour show, I think.
No kidding. Yeah, the first 15 minutes will be me by myself, and then
right. Whenever I get out of bed, I can come up here with my cup of coffee and hey, Joe, what's going on? Are we on yet? So, hey, are we doing a show? I'm not sure about my schedule, but I'm pretty sure I'll be okay next week. What's going on next week?
Okay. I'm not 100% sure either what's going on next week, but I know that we can do a show.
Okay.
So that is up to you. I'll make some contacts this week to see if we can have some guests on.
Yes. Now, what happened to our last guest? Is that going to happen, or do we not know?
You know, I'd have to reach out to them again. So I'll do that as soon as we get off the show today.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I really want to get that done because we are at the end of the school year. Like yesterday was the last day of school for my kids. So
really, I thought for some reason I thought it was going farther into June, or they cut it.
Well, the girls are going. I mean, my girls are going until next Friday.
Okay.
My students were done yesterday.
Okay.
So, and then it depends where you are, but Westchester was done yesterday as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It looks like I got my customer up at the store. So let's sign off here. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by. It's always great to have you here in the morning.
Okay. Well, it looks like Keith just removed himself from the show. So I will see you guys. Remember to tune in to Smack and Jack to learn, laugh, and live. Big brother Keith, man. All right. See you guys.